Have you ever experienced something so crippling in your life that has made you feel broken? I have. Are you someone who has a giving heart but is struggling to feel good themselves? Are you consistently putting your needs aside to take care of everyone else? If so, you're not alone. Giving starts with giving to yourself so that you are able to give of yourself to other people. Isn't it time you took back control and discovered what makes you tick? Join me in my journey and find out how you can feel better about yourself, live your best life, and share that with others. Thinking of yourself, it doesn't make you selfish, it makes you brave. I'm Nelia, and this is the Giving Starts With You podcast. Welcome, everyone, to the Giving Starts With You podcast. I'm your host, Nelia Hutt. Thank you for joining us again for another episode. It is January the 2nd, 2022, a brand new year, a brand new start. 2021 was tough. It was tough for a lot of us. There were great parts to 2021, and I'm learning to become more grateful and appreciate the small things, because right now it feels like we just need to do that. There's no question it's been a tough year, and I hope that the next year will bring us all comfort and peace and some big changes around the world, some big changes. I hope that we all get our freedom back, that we all get our sense of adventure, but that we continue to be kind to one another. That's what's really important. So today it's just me and you. I wanted to speak to you guys about goals, and I wanted to speak to you about resolutions and why I don't set any. So I used to set New Year's resolutions, and like many people, or I think like many people, they were doomed before they even began. So for example, I would have this big goal of, losing 80 pounds this year. This is going to be the year I'm going to lose all of this weight. But none of my mindset changed. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a strategy. I didn't lay out the steps that I needed to get that done. So I felt defeated. I would be 2 days in, January 2nd, 2 days in, maybe 4 days in, and I would feel like a complete failure. And that's not good for the soul. That is so unrealistic. And then I would feel guilty if I didn't start right back up again with my resolution. So I'm not doing that anymore. The last couple of years, I have stopped making New Year's resolutions, and I have stopped asking other people what their resolutions are. And instead, like many of you are now adapting, I now choose a word of the year. So a word of the year is a word or a verb, usually a verb, that you want to try to have in your subconscious mind for the rest of the year. You want to have that in the back of your mind through everything that you do. So there are a lot of different types of words that people use, and it's very, very personal to you as well. So I love that, and I would love it if you guys could email me. I have a new email. My new email is hello@neliahutt.com. And let me know what your word is. I'm interested to learn a little bit more about my listeners. My word this year is elevate. Elevate. So to me, that means serving at a higher power, going above what I think my limit is, not settling for less than what I can be. To elevate, I want to do that spiritually this year. I want to do that intellectually, physically, and emotionally. So yeah, that's a lot in there, it's a lot to take on, but baby steps. It doesn't mean that I have to be this grand, guru of all the things. It means that I'm just going to try to take it one step further than what feels like my limit, what feels like my normal. just push myself a little bit. Sometimes we settle for things because they're comfortable, or we become lazy in the standard that we set for ourselves. And no matter if I'm having a good day, a tough day, challenging day, beautiful, gratifying day, just to take that mood just one step further, one step higher. Um, I am a very moody person. I am an empath. I am a heart-centered individual, and I can't hide that. It's in everything that I do. It's the force behind everything that I do. If my heart doesn't feel it, I just don't do it. And that's how life is for me. That's what is healthy for me. Now, elevating myself. I know where I want to go, and I know how to get there. I just need to implement the steps and just push myself. Pushing yourself outside of your limits is very uncomfortable sometimes. And I know it's uncomfortable for me. So, yeah, so some of the things that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be starting to say yes more to the things that frighten me, to things that scare me, the things that I usually run away from, and not beat myself up if I can't, elevate that self-love for myself. So I don't feel like I'm failing, because if you're trying, you're trying. Failing is not trying and not succeeding. Failing is just not trying. So I'm going to try it. And I'll let you guys know how it goes. The other thing I'm going to do more of to elevate myself and my soul and who I am is asking more for what I want. Instead of waiting for everybody around me to figure it out, because they're not mind readers. They cannot tell. They do not know. No matter how well you know someone, you're not them, and sometimes we don't know ourselves. So why do we expect others to know us? The other thing as well is I have learned so much about myself in the last 2 or 3 years. I've put in the work. I've had, successes, I've had failures, but I want to continue to learn and uncover more about who I am and uncover more about who you are, so that we can grow our relationship. I'm also going to say no. Say no to the things that don't serve me. Say no to the things that just bring me down, and say no and stop wasting energy on all of the things that don't elevate the other parts of me. So I am really, really interested and would love to hear what your word is. It would tell me so much about you and what you value and what you find important. And I love learning about people and new perceptions, perspectives. And I would just love that. If you would like to email and share it with me, my new email address is hello@neliahutt.com. So that's NELIAHUTT. Now, that reminds me, I do have a new website that's in the works. It should be ready within a couple of weeks. I'm hoping it's going to be able to serve you better, and it will be neliahutt.com. So we were still going to, just to clear up some things, we are still going to be using Travel, Live, Give. Now, Travel, Live, Give will become more of the passion projects that we plan to do still. With COVID, it has been a little bit challenging, so I am moving in a little bit of a different direction. So Travel, Live, Give will be for the passion projects, and the neliahutt.com website will be for everything else. One thing that I was listening to a documentary the other day over Christmas, and was talking about how people say, if I could just help one person, that would be enough. And I think that's so honorable. And I've said that many times as well, but it got me thinking, why do we stop there? Why do we think that it's just enough to help one person? Don't get me wrong, helping one person is huge, and it has a ripple effect, and You don't just help one person. It's like you help one person, you help the household of a family, and it helps the whole family, helps the community. And I see that a lot. But for me personally, I would like to help as many people as possible. So one person isn't enough. I want to help more than one person. I want to help as many people out there as I possibly can. So yeah, it got me thinking, I was listening to this documentary, and it was talking about how one person can make a difference, and it's absolutely correct. And the thing is, though, one person making a difference doesn't mean that only one person is being affected. So let's try to impact as many people as we can this year. I would love it so much if you guys could keep in touch with me and let me know what that word is for you for 2022. Also, if you have enjoyed the podcast and have found valuable content on the show, please share it with your friends. Share it with anybody you think that the message would resonate with. And yeah, I would love for you to subscribe to the show so that you don't miss any episodes. And we've got lots of surprises coming to you this year. So thank you so much for being such a part of this show. And if you've got any suggestions or complaints or anything that you want to talk to me about at all, feel free to send me an email. And again, it's at hello@neliahutt.com. Let's make 2022 a year to remember positively, because last year was a year to remember, that's for sure. But let's be kind to each other. Let's remember to take care of ourselves and take care of the ones that we love. And reach out to somebody. Reach out to someone who you think really needs a listening ear, someone who really needs some support. Haven't had a chance to check out our last episode, you'll be missing out. So, episode 110, can you believe it? 110? So, episode 110 is special guest Melanie Oliver. Well, she speaks about living with an open heart. She's got an absolutely beautiful video documentary on her website that you need to check out. Next week, January the 10th, I'm bringing you a brand new episode. It's episode 112 with Matthew Ferry, the 30-day opinion diet. This is going to rock your world. I really enjoyed listening to Matthew and learning about his 30-day opinion diet. So you want to be sure to check into that as well. Don't forget to join us every Monday for a brand new episode on the Giving Starts With You podcast.